welcome to Absurd and Report Podcast. I'm Derek.
I'm Josh.
I'm Nicole.
And welcome to the Season 2 premiere episode. This is the first real, true episode, meaning we actually did some research for Absurd and Report.
Yep.
So this is exciting. We touched on a couple things last episode that I want to lead in with because it seems like Jared Leto is indeed running a cult. There was speculation by Nicole last episode where I don't really know how to put it. Where she basically accused him of being
I like how
pedo.
I like how you're giving her the credit like she's the one that called out.
I'm
Jared
not
Leto
gonna say it.
on the air.
I have been for since last year. I called him out last year too in season 1. Quote me on it. Go back, listen to that shit. It's there.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna.
Well, it just makes it sound like you're the one that exposed him to the world.
Everybody should know that creepy motherfucking weirdo is out there trying to incite your 16-year-old into doing some 70s cult-ash bullshit.
And I also want you to know that his band is terrible.
That's to even call it a band anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're jumping ahead. I wanna just touch on a couple things because we all share a mutual fascination, I think, with cult leaders, cult families, that whole vibe we're kind of into. And when Nicole said Jared Leto was running a cult, I was just like, I need to know more. So I started doing a little digging. Pretty much what he's doing is in line with what some of these cult leaders have done with isolating people in their group.
Jim Jones shit.
Jim Jones.
On an island.
For sure. But, I mean, he had this thing called Camp Mars, and it's like a festival.
Of course, that's what he named.
Face value, it's
named
a
after his
festival.
band. That's what he did.
Right.
It's called Mars Land.
Oh, God.
Actually.
Wow, this is creepy as hell.
It looks like some 70s
So
bullshit.
he makes you dress in all white. Is this him dressed like Jesus?
Yes, this is him.
Look at him. It's an exact Jesus outfit, but with really, 70s
like,
cop sunglasses, though. That's the only...
Yeah, because he thinks he's in the 70s.
He's
leading
got the
a
hair,
70s
the beard,
cult.
he's got the white robe.
He's like, I am second
But
born
then he's got,
Charles Manson.
but then the glasses say the show Chips.
So ready?
That's how many fucking people belong to this? How many people are in this picture?
This is CampMars.com.
Or gay camping at its best.
I'm guessing this
That's the cult I want to actually
gay
go
camping
to.
site you just brought up is not the same
But
cult.
that's the actual cult. Oh no, that's
that
not.
can't be that many
I don't
people.
want to be in the Mars cult.
I think that's one of their shitty concerts.
Mars Island. They had it in San Diego, I think. So it was in the States. This year, it's literally in Croatia.
Anyway.
Beautiful. People don't normally go on vacation in Croatia.
Is really beautiful. I've never been. I really wish
Never
I
been.
have.
It looks great, but it is isolated. I did some...
Yeah, I've been. It's pretty fucking isolated.
And so, Josh, I was going to ask you, Josh has been to music festivals, played plenty of music festivals. I've been to plenty as well. Nicole... How many would you say in a 3-day music festival? How many bands would you see at a normal music festival?
I mean, the fest I played in Croatia probably saw like 25 bands.
25 bands?
Yeah.
A day?
Yeah, maybe more, because there's 2 stages, and then there was all sorts of
know.
rappers and DJs and shit after the
So
shows.
quite a few. Well, are you guys ready for this?
They had shit alternating, so one band would finish, and then the band another stage would start, and it's just 20 feet away, and you just don't miss anything.
Well, are you guys ready for this?
What's up?
The lineup for Mars Island 2021, Croatia,
Let's go.
is...
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
It reminds me so much of Firefest. Looking at this website, looking at the pictures.
The people in the pictures look kind of like the people that would be at
This looks
Firefest.
like the real deal, but look at this website. It doesn't look the same.
We're going to get into that in a second.
Yeah.
Look at how much one payment. Oh my fucking god. Shit in my pants. Look at those packages.
Bro, I don't know what you're
this
talking
is
about.
Firefest.
I'm entering my credit card right into
They're
my phone
taking
right
the
now.
money and using it for their cult. I know some cult-ass bullshit when I see it.
Before we get into the packages, what you're going to get is 3 nights.
All-inclusive.
All-inclusive.
What does that mean? He, touches you and stuff?
No. You get a little interview Q&A with Jared Leto.
I think that's what half these pictures were, because these pictures we just looked up were just 100 women sitting in a semicircle around him while he looks like he's dressed like fucking Jesus. And he's sitting in a bar chair.
They
just telling that. I mean, God fucking knows what he's telling him or saying to him.
So for 3 nights, you are entertained by one music group and one music group only. And that is 30 Seconds to Mars. There are no other bands.
So his band's in on the call, is what you're saying.
It is him and his brother.
Yeah.
His brother's more of like a DJ, live drummer, where he's doing like some triggers and like MIDI loops and stuff. And I get it.
Limp Bizkit type beats with.
He's like Wes Borland combined with. I'm not gonna say we're gonna get through season 2 without mentioning He Who Shall Not Be Named.
It's too late. I think we already mentioned Fred Durst.
Well,
Welcome to Fred Durst Island. That's Fred Durst owning Fantasy Island.
I need to just interject real quick. I found something out about Fred Durst the other day that I didn't know.
That him and Jared Leto are running a Pedo Island.
Yes, but also he is loved by Russians and was doing some shit with Russians and advocating for I don't know. They just have him as the U.S. poster child, but in Russia, and people love shitting on him and shit. I don't know. It's just weird, and he loves it. It's just he's Russia's butt boy.
But he's not dressed like Jesus on a bizarre
island. If you look it up, it's there. I looked, but my other question is back to these packages. So all of these say all inclusive, and then you start to scroll down and you notice how more expensive they're getting. So it looks like East, whatever the other one was.
Yeah, what's the difference between the experiences of the?
That's what I'm saying. What does this mean? Because then you have one payment of $4,039. What are you spending $5,000 on?
To stay in that stupid ass little tent. That's what you're spending $5,000.
I better not.
Look at where you say it's a tent. It's a fucking tent.
I better not get a sandwich with fucking Kraft singles in it.
Yeah, this is very Fire Island. You're pretty right about that.
So all of the packages look incredibly similar, right? And
this doesn't even look like it would be an expensive Airbnb. They better have a good fucking excuse.
Yeah.
But it's literally a tent on wood. You know what I mean? It's not you're not staying in a hotel. You're staying in the woods. It doesn't look like there's much amenities. Then they can get you. Look at the payment. Look at the add-ons for this package.
Hold on a second.
You can pay an extra $500 to get in a day early.
As if the $5,000 payment already wasn't enough.
Tattoo.
Then you get a fucking
Wait,
tattoo?
can we see the tattoo? I want to see what the tattoo looks like.
No, wait, hold on. Can I please interject now?
Yes.
Because that's definitely some cult-ass bullshit,
One of those tattoos has to be on
that's
Google.
Definitely, what other cults did that? That was it the Children of God or something?
I like how the other two options are just massages. What the hell is going...
Yeah, who? Okay, how much
is
that massage? Is Jared Leto gonna do it himself?
I hope not.
For $5,000?
So, the first packages, there's 6 different packages before we even get to what is considered a VIP
Phoenix package for 4 nights.
So
$7,100 for one payment.
This
or
one is
$595.
Daydreamer package.
All right,
that shit looks like a porta potty.
It does.
Luxury awaits.
A nice porta potty.
But a porta potty nonetheless.
With the Daydreamer packages. VIP,
it's as big as this room that we're recording in right now.
It's probably smaller. With all of the toilet
I bet you walk in, right, and there's a hole that you shit
check it out.
in.
This is the funniest part about this package right here, is that it says it advertises being lockable as one of its main features, as if that's not a feature on your average hotel room that you'd be able to lock your fucking door whenever you want.
It's glamping.
Yeah.
No, it's not even. They put that shit together with a few 4x4s. Look at that.
It doesn't look that nice. It looks like they just kind of had some nice varnish they threw on it, and that's about it.
So I did a little bit more looking into what their music is, because if you remember, they had that hit when they first came out.
I don't remember any of their songs.
It was
They
almost
came out
like
in the height of the emo wave.
and it was very emo-y.
Emo.
That stuff.
They were like riding that used wave bullshit.
Sir, it was like they were like almost the exact same sound.
Yeah, and he was like, "Don't break me down, bury me, bury me."
Thank you for doing that because I didn't want to do it.
Oh yeah, well, neither did I.
Don't lie,
really,
yes, you
but
did.
I knew it wasn't gonna be.
Yes, you fucking did.
No, I didn't.
I was talking to him.
So
He's trying not to belt that shit out.
Their music has gone from
shit to shit.
Yeah, but
Shit to
completely different type of shit.
Like
where
shit ass.
It's like dancey
shit.
How much of a sample of them can we get away with playing without getting in any trouble?
I'm not gonna commit the
That's how you die.
Ear crying.
I feel like I need to know how, like, because I kind of know what they used to sound like.
You can't listen to their music, Josh. You'll join their cult.
Imagine it's as polished as like a pop song.
It's like Josie and the Pussycats, but Jared Leto edition. You listen to their music
I don't know how you're
and
gonna
join
do
their
Josie and
cult.
the Pussycats like that, but all right.
So, I did some more looking into actual like cult cornerstones and surefire signs of you might be in a cult. And one of them is that if you are looking up to a charismatic leader or a transcendent belief system, and a transcendent would be like this leader is going to bring you to a higher level of something, which is
this all-inclusive package to be a daydreamer at whatever island, so you can come and hang out with me and tell me how awesome I am. And
hanging out with this person that you idolize.
Big small penis energy. Just saying.
Does that mean his penis
you
is
guys
big
see
or
Mandy,
small?
right? You guys saw Mandy, right?
Yes.
Do you remember that cult leader who revealed himself to her and she laughed at him?
Well, don't show your tiny wiener to people on acid, I guess. I don't know.
Actually, don't show your wiener to...
Yeah, don't show your wiener to
people.
Anybody.
That's a good...
But also, I'm just saying...
We're standing by that.
I don't know why. I
I
can't get the imagery out of my head that Jared Leto is probably like a weird shower. Like, you know what I mean?
Like he does the dance from like... Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
with like some... Yeah.
I'd fuck me with this fucking penis.
And then occasionally, and everyone's just like, what the hell is this guy doing right now?
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Click on tattoo, please.
Yeah, let's see the tattoo. Let's see if we can actually... I'm really interested to see if we get to see what it looks like.
I bet you it's like a Mars thing. Like it's like a stamp, like their logo.
There's no learn more on this one.
Oh, you can't click on this. There's no...
Well, now I feel gypped.
There's... That's okay. So that's really interesting that you can't click on that and get more details.
What if the tattoo that you get?
They're asking you for your money for it.
What if the tattoo that you get is just Jared Leto's like whole portrait just on your back? It's just like a whole,
the Steve-O.
Yeah,
dude.
It's a whole back piece of just his face winking at you. That's all it is.
But I mean, if all of these packages and stuff like that, it's certainly a way to create a hierarchy within that camp.
And this is an island?
It's on a very secluded island. You can only get there by ferry.
That's creepy.
You can only get to the ferry. You can only get to the ferry.
This is just like Firefest. Remember, you could only get there by...
I'd say Firefest, but with way more molestation going on.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the point I've been getting at this whole time.
It's what you led with.
It's true.
The Jared Pedo joke. Yeah,
Jared Pedo.
That's gonna be the name. That's gonna be the name of the episode in all likelihood.
Sure is. that was decided last week.
It should be like a picture of Nicole pointing at Jared Leto, like Nelson from The Simpsons.
So basically, imagine given your total control of your basically safety and inevitably your humanity to someone of this charismatic, transcendent belief system.
I feel like only teens would do this.
But it's very dangerous, and you feel that way, and I felt a certain way about it too, so I checked, and there's, interestingly enough, no psychological profile for someone who joins a cult, for a cult member. It all boils down to what the cult leader morphs his or her pitch to. The cult changes
You know why.
to it's like the blob. It's gonna morph to to suck in more people, and that's really how it works. And so most people who join cults are really just at a crossroads at their life, and cult leaders prey on that for sure. And that's what's been. And this is from a Tennessee State University research that I checked out, and it's a really cool web project that they did. All right, and I think now is the time you've all been waiting for.
The tattoo?
No, Absurd and Report's review of Glenn Danzig's Verotika.
See, I think you should have gone creepier with him and Verotika.
No.
Glenn Danzig presents Verotika.
It would be misleading. That was pretty good.
But anyway, this movie is a raging piece of shit, so... I mean, it's your classic setup of, like a 3-part serial horror short story film. And I don't know, that was kind of one of my favorite genres of horror movie back in the 80s and 90s, but this is... I don't know, this Danzig movie is pretty fucking poorly executed.
Now, it's clearly going for a cannibal holocaust, maybe almost like a Lucio Fulci foreign 70s horror film director style. Argento as well. But he misses the mark so hard.
It just looks like a porn.
He attempts so much and accomplishes nothing in this film. He claims all of the writing credits from top to bottom, but there's actual truth to that he's actually plagiarized and stolen.
Oh, so he did not write all of that stuff?
It's so Glenn Danzig to take total credit over everything that he does, you know what I mean?
I typed in Verotika, and one of the images that come up was a bunch of
naked dudes having a party.
Gay men.
Yeah.
How do you know they're gay?
It's not the same. Yeah. Well, maybe they're just trying to party, right?
Right?
Yeah.
No, they're
just having a good time. But not the same movie.
Not the same movie. So yeah, no, I heard.
However, most people in the movie are from porno, as you have surmised from the other photos.
So and
this is gonna be my new.
Now Nicole's just looking up male porn online.
We've lost Nicole.
Giggling like a schoolgirl over here while trying to. Well, we're trying to review a movie that's basically a borderline porn.
Yeah,
so.
we'll get back to talking about the
I'm looking. See, I'm back on Verotika.
So the name of it implies of the movie Verotika implies that there is some I guess V for violence and then erotic.
Is that what the V
erotic.
means?
It has to because it is.
I don't know.
If nothing, incredibly violent at moments.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's also bad.
It's also based on a comic he made called Verotic in the mid-90s.
Correct.
And that's pretty shitty as well.
So out of all of the entire movie, there's 3 whole stories. I want to give a shout out to Sebastian Charmont. He plays cop number 1.
Is that
in
is it in the spider part of the movie?
In one of them, I think in the spider one, he is by far the best actor in the entire film.
That's saying.
He has maybe 2 lines, but he nails them.
Let's rewind here, though.
You know what? Make my own movie, okay?
This segment of the movie I'm going to give you a synopsis. Spoilers, I'm going to spoil the shit out of this for you, just to save it. This way you don't have to waste an hour and a half of your life like I did. So, as far as I can surmise, it's about a stripper whose nipples are eyeballs, and then one of the eyeballs in her nipple starts crying for some unexplained reason.
This is like a
and the tear from her nipple eye lands on some sort of shitty CGI spider, and it mutates into this really terrible puppet costume of not a Spider-Man, but a man spider. He didn't turn into Spider-Man. He turned into a man spider.
Spider-Terriers?
Yeah. Who the best part of the man spider is fucking
Spider-Terriers.
Like 3 sets of his arms don't even move. So like,
and he is addicted to anal sex.
Yeah, he's addicted to banging people in the ass and breaking their neck. That's what he's addicted to.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Don't tell him to shut up.
I can't. Wait, I have a question.
What's that?
So, does he have like a spider butt?
Yeah, man.
He's just naked,
No,
yeah.
From the waist down.
8 arms.
He's man from the waist down.
Do they count his legs, his arms? I don't remember.
They shoot it.
But does he have a spider butt?
Oh, no. He doesn't have like a protrusion from his ass.
Oh, okay. Because that's all I pictured was that getting rammed.
No, he's just got a human butt. No,
you-
he's addicted to banging other people in the ass, not him getting banged
Does
in the
he
ass.
ever bang people that don't have human butts?
Nope, they're all humans.
They're all humans.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
And this is supposed to take place in France, this whole
I
spider
don't know,
farm.
it's Danzig. For some reason, I just picture like things that just don't make any sense and are vile.
we're
but, like, bad.
We're getting more of them. So it takes place in France, yet as far as I could tell, nobody was from France in the entire film.
Oh, like Unsolved Mysteries in French?
Yeah, like was it in? Do they speak in French? I don't remember that.
There's some heavy European accents going on,
But they're all fake.
but they're
not.
yeah.
I just looked up half the cast. They're all American porn actresses, so I don't know. They're pretty fake accents.
So fake accents, and there is some overdubbing going on.
There was
as well.
no reason to make it. It takes place in France?
Yeah.
Detail to know.
So this man spider is going around just banging people in the ass and just breaking their necks, but you never see the other. Okay. I feel like
he breaks their necks like a spider after he.
No, he just breaks their neck like a.
Oh, damn!
But the 2 sets of arms never fucking move. They never
They're
move.
like
So they're just jiggling around.
They're super rubbery.
So the actor is just like trying to hiss like a man spider the whole time, and it's a fucking corny. Like there's like a part where he sneaks up on a prostitute and kills her, and just like those fucking 2 sets of arms are just jiggling around.
So does he rape people?
Yeah, totally. He's a man spider rapist. Is the
trigger warning.
All these stories are look at him in the background. Go back up.
There are shots where you can see like where the costume ends, and there's just nothing.
You can
It's
see it
just,
right
like,
there.
Yeah, but it's even worse in other shots.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen movies from like the mid '70s with no budget that fucking look less stupid than that. So
I really wish that Danzig didn't.
Just didn't do
Just
anything.
Didn't I'm looking at this girl's wig and it's giving me like very like Lazy Town Nickelodeon vibes.
Yeah.
I thought you said Crazy Town for a second, which is also not that far off.
No, I was just gonna say the same
Derek's
thing, but with
favorite band.
like you're my butterfly. He's like you're my spider, baby.
Oh God. God, there's no way this movie could get worse than you had attached my memory of the movie to Crazy Town on top of it.
So the thing about his shooting of this movie is that average shot lengths are usually like 3 seconds long.
Yeah.
His shots last 12 to 15 seconds.
That scene alone that you have pulled up is about like a 20-second constant shot.
And it's so uncomfortable to watch, and it's so uncomfortable to be on screen as an actor for that long, for the camera to just be rolling on you. It's not how movies are made. It's not how conversations are shot. You know what I mean? There's a back.
It's
and
also
forth.
why the costume looks fucking dumb as shit. Look at that.
The costume.
I mean, it doesn't help.
The guy probably did what he could with the budget.
It doesn't help that they didn't just flash back and forth from it.
He did what he could with the budget, I'm sure, with the costume department. But I guess.
So this is my favorite part of that. This is full spoiler. This is the end of it. He comes back to assault the girl that he grew out of her tear on the shitty CGI spider.
Is this that girl with the eyeball?
Yeah, this girl with the pink wig here. And then for some reason, I don't remember why or how, but the cops show up in the middle of it.
I have
totally unfazed that a man spider even exists. They just don't care. They just don't give a shit. They're like,
typical cops.
they're like, drop the girl, and he's like,
they're not startled, and there's no
This is
reaction.
just normal cop behavior.
this is
What
French
are you
cops.
talking
I got
about?
French cops. They just murder a man spider every
cops-
other week.
It's this
Everything.
week.
Yeah, so they fucking kill him, and then the cops just like, well, boom, there it is. He's like, let's clean this up and call it a day, and like that's the end of the skit.
Scene.
Okay.
I'm not exaggerating.
Surprised by the cops who don't care. That seems pretty typical in these days and ages. My next question
But with a
was,
man spider,
how
they're
does
not
this
even.
girl wear a bra with eyeball nipples?
I must have to close the titty eyes, right?
That is-
I
Just
don't
keep 'em
know. Like,
closed.
can you control your titty eyes?
Oh, they were blinking and stuff in the movie, so there's like a scene with like a guy feeling her
Can you
up, and he
imagine
tries to
putting,
like feel up the titty eyes, and then she gets mad because I don't know.
She's like, you're
Probably-
poking my eye.
Probably poked her in the fucking eye or something.
Poking my eye.
It's
Oh,
like
fuck.
very Sam Raimi cheesy effect, like, you know. But then, all right. So the second skit part
Raging turd.
is worse. It's almost not even worth talking about. It's basically
I think they
plug.
get dumber. Each one gets dumber.
Each
as
one
it
gets
goes
dumber.
along.
It's basically
Yeah.
a plug for some of Danzig's new songs. While a girl just does lap dances to it. There's little to no storyline. There's 5 lap dance scenes.
I don't even think you're
songs.
exaggerating. I think they're full songs. They're like
Full songs.
out of a 30-minute segment, I would estimate that at least 15 minutes of it was spent on stripper scenes for the one actress that was in it. And then the real plot was her cutting girls' faces off for some reason, which they never explain why.
Yep.
Right? They don't explain it.
Nope.
It was just like, face gets cut off, really overly long stripper scene, more faces get cut off, overly long stripper scene, repeat
And we're done.
for 30 minutes.
Great. Moving on. Moving on to the next one.
I like how that segment only got like 45 seconds of review.
And by the way, there was probably debatably the most famous recognizable actress in it is someone who does in between intros, almost like the Crypt Keeper does, you know, in between stories and stuff where there's a narrator, but she doesn't describe the stories. She doesn't comment on what happens. She I think after one of them she goes, "Well, that's that."
Yeah.
And then the next story just starts, and so and it really is.
And
that's
she's
that. And
she's a porn actress as well. I can't remember her name off. Yeah, Caden Cross.
Caden Cross plays Morella, and that's like kind of like maybe a riff on like an Elvira.
I'm not knocking
you
on her for
know.
doing porn, being a porn actress. I'm knocking on her for actually saying that quote about how
This is a
good
judge-
acting is important.
This is a
and then having
judgment-free
bad.
zone for everyone except Nicole.
Getting burned today.
Well, this is part of the new format.
Yeah, this is what the people wanted.
You're the one that told us that's what they wanted.
I don't make the rules up. It hurts me every single time.
It hurts me too.
Oh.
Just kidding.
And
Storms out of the room.
Where as I need to trigger the Incredible Hulk walking away song. But the third skit is a poorly scripted story of Elena Bathory, who liked to bathe in the blood of virgins, and that's all it is. And
There's not really any
the
plot.
third skit, there's
It's not-
almost no dialogue.
No.
It is just actors bringing other actresses to a place where they're sacrificed, and they get their necks sliced open. They pump gallons and gallons and gallons of blood into this last scene, and then that's it. And then it abruptly ends, and then that's it. It really
that
is
segment. Yeah, that segment of the movie. You can also see the budget getting lower and lower as the movie goes along. Because, like, that movie, all the backgrounds are, like, real fucking fake looking.
It's like a high school play background.
Yeah,
kind
like,
of.
there's a part where they're, like, walking through some part of a fucking castle, and I'm like, dude, the whole background is made out of styrofoam, or it's a painting or some bullshit. There's a part when they're in the woods. I'm not going to say it's a painting, but it's like they're in a giant diorama, and it's clearly not the fucking woods whatsoever. Like, and the blood starts looking shittier later in the movie as well, and like a highly fucking noticeable.
Oh, you
fashion.
think they were stepping on it? You think they had to stretch that?
Yeah,
they had to
just-
pull a little Stretch Armstrong on their blood supplies.
It wouldn't shock me.
You know
I mean,
why?
Wouldn't put me past Glenn Danzig to be
What's
a
up?
penny
He should have
pincher.
just stuck to making music videos.
You know what? So do you guys know about the premiere that Danzig had for that movie?
Was it at his house?
No, he did like a big ass public premiere, but he
Where in LA?
I think I'm gonna guess, but
Yeah, because
Jersey.
he lives in
It's
Los
gotta be
Angeles.
Jersey.
yeah, just Jersey, just because I'm from the Misfits from there.
Like in a shack.
I mean, you can look it up, but I'm pretty sure it was probably did in LA. But he was an hour and a half late for his own screening, so they didn't play it at first. And people were just waiting around, and then he shows up with like a police entourage,
Oh yeah.
and then they like bring him like down the aisles to the front of the screen, and he gives this big like serious speech about how badass the movie's gonna be.
Ooh, Philly.
Then the movie plays and people are just fucking laughing at it hysterically the entire time. Like everybody roasts, like at the whole premiere, just roasted the shit out of the movie. What'd you say it was, Philly?
He dropped it looks like
Philadelphia.
December.
Oh, especially knowing every sarcastic bastard in
Or-
Philly was probably just
or-
like making fun of him like crazy.
Cinepocalypse. That might be an event.
Well, so he got pissed off because
Oh,
they were
it's
just.
Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Chicago is where it premiered.
Is that what the hell's that poster have to do with the movie?
This is it's a film festival
Oh, okay.
that I believe he premiered it at.
Oh, okay.
Easy there, killer.
Josh is like, oh, metal poster. I
He's
don't
like,
know
I'm
about.
going all in.
What they put him on the same day as the Babadook, huh? You see that?
Oh, the true gay icon himself.
Oh, that's just what they're showing today.
Oh, that's what they're showing today.
So, everyone makes fun of the movie the whole time they're watching it, and then it ends, and then he gives, like, a closing speech as well, where he, like, gave kind of a butthurt speech about how, well, I don't understand what you guys thought was funny, and then that made people laugh at him again.
Yeah, of course.
So-
It's like Tommy was so in the room.
That's actually what the movie's been compared to the most. They call it, a lot of people, multiple reviews I read today while we were...
They're not too far off on the...
They were like, Danzig makes the horror version of The Room.
I can't imagine being in there for the Q&A, like standing up there afterwards.
Now I gotta watch it.
And so, and one of the questions they asked him about was, because he's a film school nerd, and so this whole thing was like an homage.
Could have fooled me.
But I mean,
when the movie's made.
So this whole thing, it was planned. He had to get like the certain type of equipment to make it look a certain way.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that he filmed it, or the way that he filmed it, which made it so tedious. It's called something shooting in f-stops for the film nerds out there. And there's actually only 2 shots in the entire movie where it actually matters. One of them is completely out of focus, which negates the shot entirely. And then the other one is one of the absolute shortest shots in the entire movie, where has no problem just leaving, literally looks like he left the camera on in a scene while people just mulled about. And he actually got one shot right, and it's 2 seconds long.
Was it like when he finally said, "I did not hit her. I did not."
It was like that.
Him and Tommy Wiseau kind of look like they could be related.
That's what I was getting at. Well, that's what I said. They're
Sigourney
not too
Weaver
far
as well.
off on the look spectrum.
Yeah,
I
and then
mean,
Sigourney
they're
Weaver
kind
is
of
their
like.
sister-in-law.
Oh, I know. I love
Yeah.
that meme. Is it Danzig or is it Sigourney
That
Weaver?
fucking meme
And it's like a
rules.
graph, and it's like, and at one point they like fuse together.
They really do look a lot alike. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
It's just exactly like the Violent J and the Guy Fieri thing.
Oh, that's good. I never put that together.
It's Violent J, Guy Fieri, and then who's the other one? There's
Smash
one
Mouth
more.
Guy.
Smash Mouth guy.
Yeah.
We don't need to know his real name. That doesn't matter.
No, he will
He's
ever
the
be
Smash Mouth guy.
forever be Smash Mouth guy. All right, well, that's wrapping it up for this season premiere of Absurd and Report.
Season premiere.
Saison premiere.
I think.
I'm sorry. I didn't sleep at all.